I'm Patrick Patton, a National Account Manager here with Carolina Webbing. And today I'm joined by Rodney Williamson, Bob Handcuff, and Lee Cornwell as we take a couple minutes to tell you a little bit about Carolina Webbing and who we are as a company. When I started at Burlan Manufacturing, I was impressed with what we call the Burlan way. So remember, Carolina Webbing is a division of Burlan Manufacturing. It really speaks to who we are as a company. And I think that our customers honestly would find it pretty interesting to run through what we call the Burlan way. And to help me better explain this is our CEO, Lee Cornwell. And I'd like to ask him a couple questions. Hey, Lee.
Hey, Patrick.
Lee, where did the idea of the Burlan way come from?
Yeah, so the Burlan way started in the middle of 2020 during the height of the pandemic. And so we were going through all this turmoil. We really spent a lot of time looking inward and thinking about our culture. And we realized that we never formalized it. We never put it in writing. And that was something that we were missing. So we took a group of about 20 employees, and over the course of about 4 to 5 months, went through the entire process of creating the Burlan way. And it has 3 components to it. It contains our purpose statement, our guiding principles, along with our strategy. So it really just speaks to who we are and why we do what we do.
So you just mentioned guiding principles, one of which is customer focus. Can you help us better understand what that means?
Yeah, so great question. And customer focus is really important. And what we mean by it is that we want to make sure we put the customer at the center of the decisions that we make. And to be honest, in the past, we've been a little guilty of losing sight of that and making decisions that were really just making our lives easier and not necessarily the customer's life easier. So we wanted to include it as part of as one of our guiding principles, so that we would never lose sight of that, and that when we're looking at making decisions, we're always keeping the customer in focus and making sure that we're doing what we can to make their lives easier as well.
Awesome. I found the way we broke down our strategy into 4 pillars pretty interesting. The first pillar is engaged people, and one of our strategies for that is continuous improvement. I would have thought continuous improvement would be more like productivity strategy. So can you explain what it's part of, why it's part of engaged people?
Yeah, so this was probably one of the more fascinating parts of working with the team to come up with our strategy, because engagement is something that gets talked about a lot, but it's not really well defined. And so we really pushed the team to think about what is it when we talk about engagement and having our team members involved in the business, what does that really look like? And what we determined is that we really defined it as continuous improvement. And we feel that if everyone here, every member of the team at Burlan, if we're focused on every day coming to work, trying to find a better way, how to make a process more productive, how to make a piece of equipment run better, if that is where people's mindset is on a day in and day out basis, then they're engaged in the business. And so we really felt like that's the kind of the cornerstone of our engaged people strategy.
That's great. I got one more question for you.
Okay.
Customer experience is our second pillar, and it's where we strive to be the easiest company to do business with in our industry.
Yeah.
Quality is a critical in the webbing business. And it's a big part of our customer experience. What do you think about that?
It totally is. And I mean, quality is pivotal to our business. And that was also working with the team. That was one of the biggest themes that came out, is that we know in order for the company to be successful, we have to have high quality products. And webbing, the products that we're supplying our customers are a mission critical product, and we understand that. And so we need to be as perfect as we can be. And I'm certainly proud to say that if you looking back to the beginning of 2020, we've only had 4 orders returned due to quality issues.
Amazing.
So pretty great performance. I'm really proud of the team and what we've accomplished so far on the quality front. And one of those things will just continue to get better.
Lee, I appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Thanks
Thanks,
for the
Patrick.
time.
Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate you helping our customers and industry friends know a little bit more about Carolina Webbing. Now I'd like to bring up our other national account manager, Rodney Williamson, as we kind of detail some of our product line. I'll bring you through the first half. We'd like to start with probably our most well-known product. What we kind of based Carolina Webbing on at the beginning was our 9,800 pound polyester sling webbing. As noted, it's a 9,800 pound product. It comes in sizes 1 through 12 inch. The 1 through 6 inch can come either in roll form or bulk box quantities. And the 8 through 12 inch is going to come just in bulk box quantities. Moving on down, a couple parallel lines we have that run along with the 9,800 pound polyester product is our textured edge as well as our Gator Edge. Both of these have a barrier, an extra barrier against cuts and abrasion in the application process. The Gator Edge actually has a monofilament woven on the edge, so it's pretty distinct with the gray body and the blue monofilament woven in. Those two products, both of those product lines come in 1 through 6 inch. Moving on to our tie down, we have a 2 through 4 inch product line that are both come in a 5,000 and 6,000 pound. We have two products within that line that are AAR certified as our 2 inch 6,000 pound or 4 inch 5,000 pound. AAR stands for the Association of American Railroads. So if you need certifications for your particular application, we have you covered on those two products. Moving into the future, we mentioned on the last pie that we were producing a 9,800 pound nylon sling webbing to the market. We are still anticipating that release at the beginning of 2022. We know it's been a challenge through a pandemic to run business as usual while keeping up with quality and efficiencies. Bringing out a new product line during that same time period has certainly had its challenges, but we're still excited to bring that to market at the beginning of next year. So we'll keep you updated on details as that window closes. That pretty much wraps up the first half of our product line. I'll change it over to Rodney Williamson, and he'll bring you through the last half of our product line. Rodney?
Thank you, Patrick. The first product line I'm going to speak about is our round sling sleeve. We offer that from 1 7/8 up to 6 3/4 inch, and those all come to standard colors, your purple, green, yellow, red, and they're all box quantities. Our other product is our buffer webbing. That's great for the eyes of the sling. You can sew it in there to help protect the eyes. And then we just came out with our buffer sleeve, which is, as Patrick demonstrates, it's great to fit over a finished sling and helps protect the body of it. We have that in 2.5 inch right now. We are going to do 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5, all 150 foot rolls and black. And then as we announced in San Diego in October of 2019, we now make the Cover Max for Sling Max. We offer it 3 inch through 6 inch. We're getting a ton of phone calls for 8 inch and larger. And we're happy to announce by the end of this year, we will be doing up to 18 inch. So customers that are reaching out to us, we'll keep you guys posted, and we look forward to servicing you guys. Now, Bob Handcuff.
Bob, it's not tea time later.
I thought that was tomorrow.
No, we gotta do this now.
Good morning. All jokes aside, I know we've all suffered with deliveries, late shipments, and we've been guilty of being on both ends of that. But what we can do and have started doing over the last 6 months is ordering new equipment for installation. We've got looms on the way now for web sling and tie down that'll increase our capacity by about 35%. So that's a pretty big gainer. At the same time, we've got a wide loom coming that will do the Sling Max up to 18 inches. It could go a little bit wider if we needed to. but 18 is the max, and that loom is scheduled to be here late June. To go along with that, we've also got a die range on order that'll be in late summer. And that machine is capable of running twice as many pieces of webbing at a time. It's twice as wide. And it also has the capability of running 30% faster than our present machine. And it also will give us 2 machines so that we're not worried about taking a machine down for maintenance or having any issues there. To go along with this, we've got a festooner, another festooner coming, automated festooner. And we've got some inspection equipment that we're putting along with it to take some of the manual work out of it and guesswork for operators. So we've got a lot going on.
That's awesome. Appreciate it, Bob. Thanks for pushing your tea time back just a couple minutes.